I am a full preterist. A full preterist is someone who reads and interprets the Bible in its original context and considers how the intended audience would have received the message. So in Matthew 16, when it says Jesus said to his disciples, Jesus was not speaking to us today, but to his living disciples 2,000 years ago. Jesus told them, "For the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he will render to everyone according to his deeds." And most certainly Jesus said to them, "There are some standing here who will in no way taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." And in Matthew 24:2, Jesus told his disciples that the Jewish temple that they were just walking in was going to be destroyed. Then his living disciples in the first century asked, "When is that going to happen? What are the signs of your coming and the end of the age?" Then Jesus told them that they would see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel, and then they should flee Judea to the mountains. A preterist understands that Jesus was telling his disciples that they would see it in their lifetime before they died, and that Jesus was only talking about the destruction of the Jewish temple in Judea, which happened in 70 AD. In verse 30, Jesus said, "Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky." And in verse 34, Jesus said, "Assuredly I tell you, this generation will not pass until all these things take place." So a preterist understands that the second coming of Jesus was in 70 AD at the destruction of the Jewish temple in Judea. And Paul taught the Thessalonians that some of them would be alive when Jesus returned. He said, "Those of us who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord." And I can make sense of the book of Revelation because as a preterist, I understand that the revelation of Jesus Christ was to soon take place, for the time was at hand in the first century. I explain all this in great detail in my book, It Is Finished, Believe the Unbelievable, on Amazon.